Okay, we're at 15 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live radio broadcasting event from the Ace Sports Radio, powered by Table Rock Sports Productions, in partnership with our local school districts. And thank you for everybody from the sponsors to the folks back at the studio that help make this possible. Make sure you thank them, and in the case of our business sponsors, support them when you can. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore once again, one more time at the Pirate Palace in Coos Bay at Marshfield High School. Today we're calling the game that will determine third and fifth place between the Cascade Christian Challengers and the Banks Braves. The Challengers lost a heartbreaker in overtime yesterday against Valley Catholic 56-54. The Valiants looking like a team of destiny as they go up against Riverside for the state championship later on today. Meanwhile, the Banks Braves, they're kind of like the little engine that could. They got off to a rough start, losing 7 consecutive games early in the season. But if you didn't know any better, you would say that they took a page out of Coach Brian Morris's book, that they scheduled a lot of tough competition, played down in a tournament down in Arizona. This is a very young team, and they've been on fire ever since. They dropped the 4-point decision to Riverside yesterday. But as Mark and I were headed over to the coast on Thursday, listened to a little bit of that quarterfinal game between Banks and St. Mary's, and I got to tell you, Mark, that this Banks team, in a way, reminds me a lot of the Challengers. It's a really young team. The Braves start 3 freshmen, and they only have 1 senior on the roster, and you can tell that they've got a lot of guys that can play on this team. And interestingly enough, of course, everybody knows that it was the free throw shooting that did the Challengers in yesterday, 14 out of 29. But guess what? In the Braves' loss to Riverside, they shot a mere 8 for 20 from the charity stripe. So you kind of get the feeling that you're talking about a couple of teams that share common strengths and also some common weaknesses.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how this game goes, because it's always tough to recover from a loss, and a loss when you have a chance to go to the state championship game. So both these teams have done that, and both those games were close. The Challengers in overtime, and Banks lost 63-59 to Riverside, and they were in that game clear until the end. So it's going to be a little bit of a mental challenge for both these teams to get prepared, to get ready to play today, and see if they can bring their A game, so to speak, in a situation where they're probably still a little disappointed from what happened yesterday.
No doubt. And then, of course, as far as Banks is concerned, they came at 17 seed. They really had to run the gauntlet to get here. They ended up upsetting. A lot of people thought Westside Christian would end up being in that final. Of course, Westside, the defending 3A champion, but Banks knocked them out with a victory last Saturday to qualify for the state tournament. They're only ranked 17th, and the Challengers are seeded second out of that. But look at their league record of 11-1, and you look at what their accomplishments have been since turning the calendar to 2026. This is a good team.
Yeah, they're 15-1 in 2026, or make that 15-2. 15-2 in 2026. Yeah, their overall record is not that great, but as you said, they went to a tournament in Arizona where they lost 3 games, and they played some really tough opponents early in the season, and they start 3 freshmen. So as the season goes along, those freshmen get better. They end the season 15-1 out of their last 16 games, and they win their first game here at the tournament, obviously, and they beat Westside at Westside to get in. So they're not a slouch team by any sense of the imagination, and they're a team that's matured over the season. They've gotten better. Coach always talks about it with the Challengers. You start the season as a 5, and you want to be, pretty soon you want to be a 6, and you want to be a 7. And by the time you get to the tournament, you want to be a 9 or a 10.
Right.
Because you want to be playing your best basketball as you hit the tournament. And I think that's what Banks has done this year, and so that's why it's going to be a difficult game for the Challengers. Yes, they're young, so are the Challengers. Yes, they had some free throw issues in that loss to Riverside. So did the Challengers, obviously against Valley Catholic. So I think it's really going to come down to which team can, like I said, get mentally back into playing after such a tough loss the night before.
Well, some of the guys we'll be looking for the Braves, Ryder Powell, 6'3" freshman, has been the leading scorer on the team of late. And then Nate Lida, a name we know from football, 6'1" junior. He'll be a key part of that team, along with another freshman, 6'2", Mason King. And, a couple sets of brothers on the team. We've got Mason and Fisher King. And I tell you what, they're looking like a really good basketball team. But I think for the Challengers, conversation that we had with some of the Challenger coaching staff after the game last night, that as tough as it is, and as much as maybe you want to make sure you learn your lessons from defeat, it sounds like that this team has moved on from the heartbreak of last night. And always the discussion is, at this point for this Challenger coaching staff, is how do you want to remember? You have a unique opportunity. Though you don't win the state championship, you do have an opportunity to finish your season with a win.
Which is exactly what, if you remember correctly, what happened to last year. Challengers won their first game lost their first game in last year's tournament against Valley Catholic, if you remember correctly, and went on to win the next two and win fourth place, and went out with a win. Their last game last year was a win, and I'm sure that's being discussed this year. They have the opportunity again to make their last game a win and take third place here tonight against a very good Banks team.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be right back here on the Ace Sports Radio.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business, going exploring, or starting a new chapter? Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there. On Point. People are the point.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, Safety's the name of our game. Toyota All-Wheel Drive Sedans. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We thank you for joining us. We're here at the Pirate Palace, Marshfield High School in Coos Bay. A pleasant day here and a good day for basketball. This community really rolls out the red carpet for all the visitors that come into town, and the OSAA doing a good job making sure that we're able to bring you today's contest. Everything all very well organized once again, and now it'll be fun to hear on the final day of the tournament to see which trophy each team wins. The clock is winding down. The Challengers and the Braves gathered at their respective benches. Challengers wearing their home white uniforms, that's the higher seed, with the purple numerals and purple trim. The Braves will be wearing their dark blue uniforms with gold numerals and a little bit of blue there, additional blue and white there in their stripes and trim mix. Of course, these two teams know each other very well from football.
Yes, they do.
Challengers defeating the Braves a couple of years ago for the state championship, and then the two squared off again in football just a season ago, and it was the Braves knocking out the Challengers as they went on to finish runner-up in the state 3A ranks. But this team has continually been a very tough team and very competitive in the mix of things in the state championship ranks, although it had largely been Cascade Christian and Westside Christian competing for the last several years. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right now, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The playing of our national anthem, done with a fine trumpet solo. Now we'll meet the starting lineups for today's games. Again, the Challengers, the number 2 seed, the designated home team, the Braves, the number 17 team in the OSAA rankings, playing their way in and making the most of their opportunity. So it'll be the Braves introduced first. In the backcourt for the Braves will be 5'7" freshman Jalen Janicek. Alongside him, the leading scorer from yesterday, 6'3" freshman Ryder Powell. Then it'll be Mason King, 6'2" freshman. Then Fisher King, 6'4" junior. And then rounding out the starting lineup, 6'1" junior Nate Lyda. The Braves coached by Patrick Marlia, assisted by Sam Schifferdecker, Jonathan Pearson, and Randy Rice. And now we'll meet the starting lineup for the Cascade Christian Challengers. Coming in with a 24-4 record. Starting in the backcourt will be a 6'1" junior, Hudson Gottsman. He'll be joined by 6'2" senior, Brady Klecker. The man in the middle is 6'6" sophomore, Andy Alvarez. Derek Farmer, one of 2 Challenger seniors at 6'2", is in the lineup along with the leading scorer on the team, number 23, a 6'3" sophomore, Jake Holden. Brian Morris in his 38th season at the helm of the Challenger program. Yeah. Guides the team, assisted by Ryan McLemore, Jeremy France, Cody Reese, Jordan Jenkins, and Joel McLemore.
Yeah, quite a run for Brian here at the 3A tournament over the last many years.
The Challengers will move from right to left from where we sit. Hayes in the barn, ball's in the air, tip, knocked out of bounds, and it will be Challenger basketball. Jake Holden will take care of the inbound. Finds Gottsman. He'll take it out of backcourt. He had a tremendous game yesterday, leading the Challengers with 14 and gathering 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, moved to the hoop by Derek Farmer. It's good. The Challengers take the 2-0 lead. 7:43 left to go in the first quarter of play. Janasek will bring it out of backcourt. The diminutive guard gives to Powell. Powell shoots the 3, and it's short. Gottsman with the rebound. He'll quickly work out of backcourt. Feeds to Farmer. Farmer. He'll fire from 3. He buries it. Derek Farmer with 5 quick points to give the Challengers a 5-0 lead. 7:17 to go in the first. Powell works it down on the low post to Mason King. They'll kick it back out. The shot by Fisher King is off target. Challengers collect the rebound. 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Gottsman with the basketball, guarded by Janasek. Farmer passes to Klecker in the right corner. Cross-court pass. Gottsman on the drive. Met by a defender, and that'll be Holden. His shot in and out from near the top of the key. Coming away with the rebound is Fisher King. Powell guarded by Holden. Ball tipped around. And I'll tell you right now, if you're a Challenger fan, you like the energy this team is playing with.
Yeah, you like the energy and the effort so far by the Challengers. And you can see that especially Derek Farmer making those first 2 buckets, a 2 and a 3, really setting the tone here for the Challengers.
Farmer will bring it out of backcourt. Gets a screen from Holden. Pass to Holden now. Holden drives downhill. Ends up in the arms of Alvarez. And Alvarez, who I have got to believe is going to be a first-team, all-tournament team player, sinks it. It's 7-0. We have a timeout call. I didn't catch that as a 30 or
30-second timeout.
Okay.
Called by Banks.
All right. Well, Mark, again, if you're a Challenger fan, you got to like the way this team has started out.
Yeah, it's a really great start for the Challengers, getting people involved. They're 3 out of 4 shooting so far. Meanwhile, Banks 0 for 2 with a turnover. So, yeah, great start for the Challengers.
Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor for Table Rock Sports, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. And also shout out to our engineer, Joe Brett, our executive producer, standing by, helping to bring the coverage today. Powell with the basketball, bounce pass, and a shot to the hoop. Mason King off the window to make it 7-2, and an and-one opportunity.
That's Andy Alvarez got to call that screen better and switch off on that and make sure that he gets over and helps, and nobody there to help, and Farmer kind of picked up that foul late.
Free throw attempt is good. Challengers now lead by 4 with 6 minutes to go in the first. Farmer out of backcourt. Way out high on the left side. Being guarded by Mason King. Pass down in the corner to Holden. Holden drives. He's going to try to make a move there. Going to try to muscle it. And it looks like they're going to call a
jump ball
tie up there. So on the alternating possession, it will be Banks basketball. I think if I'm a Challengers, you don't want to make too much out of things early in the game. But I think if you want to stop here and they get a steal, Farmer with the basketball. Sloppy pass there. Farmer with the fadeaway jumper. In and out. Alvarez with the putback. 9-3 your score. Challengers with the early advantage with 5.5 to go in the first. Janasek with the basketball. Top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Guarded by Holden. Now they'll work it down in the corner to Fisher King. He tries to make a move, and Challenger defense stops him. Now it'll be Powell from downtown. Way short on the jumper, and we have a whistle underneath against the Braves. Looks like this one's going to go against Fisher King. So you have Fisher King, the 6'4 junior. Then you have Mason King, the 6'2 freshman.
Yeah, Hudson Gottsman just trying to get the rebound there, and King just shoved him underneath the basket. Good call by the official.
Gottsman's slight of frame, but he has really been active on the glass of late. Gottsman fires from 3. He was 3 for 5 from there yesterday. This one rims out. Wouldn't stay down. Going the other way, Powell with the Euro step. His shot won't go. Battle for the ball. And there on the move to the hoop, we have Mason King. And in the melee, a challenger foul, and that will go against Derek Farmer, his second.
Yeah, we don't need Derek Farmer in foul trouble, that's for sure.
First free throw attempt by Mason King is good. It's a 9-4 ball game. Farmer will come out. Noah Darland will come in. Darland, a 5'10 sophomore. Second attempt, in and out, no good. And it was a little less touched by the Braves. It'll be challenger basketball. And
yeah, she got it right eventually.
Yeah.
It was definitely off of Alvarez's foot.
Yep.
And so it is Braves ball. She just pointed the wrong way. She had the call right. She just pointed the wrong way.
So Janasek will work it. Powell on the drive, feeds inside to King. Misses the shot hard off the glass. Ball's tipped around in traffic. Gottsman comes away with it. Gottsman drives to the hoop, and he gets it to go. I can't believe it.
Wow, he got hammered, and he still made it.
Huddy Gottsman, he has had a nice tournament.
He really has.
Hutton Walker in the ball game for the Challengers. So the Challenger lead is now 7.
Noah Darland also in.
So here's the three-point play opportunity, and it goes. So Gottsman gets him started off right from the free throw line, and now the Challengers with an 8-point lead. We got 4:27 to go in the first. Meanwhile, his drive to the hoop, and a rejection by Alvarez. Holden will take it out of backcourt, quickly up the floor to Darland. Darland with the basketball. Now for Holden. Holden, high right wing, passes cross court to Walker. Walker starts a drive, going to bring it back out, and a little turnover, a little fumble on the exchange, and there to lay it up and in is Fisher King. It's a 6-point game, 12-6 Challengers, with 3:52 to go in the opening frame. Gottsman kicks it back out. Darland elevates. He scores.
Nice job by Hudson of kicking that to Darland, and he's able to finish what Hudson started, basically, driving into the painted area.
14-6 ball game. You can tell Powell's working hard to try to draw some contact from a challenger defender, but in the process he travels. Brady Klecker back in the ball game for Cascade.
Along with Derek Farmer, who needs to stay out of foul trouble here.
Right.
He's already got 2.
Yeah, this game just getting started. Derek, you can tell, his leadership, especially early in this game, has been invaluable. He really set the tone with those first 2 field goals. Klecker, cross court to Farmer. Farmer to Walker. Walker against Janasek. A couple of similar-sized guys at 5'8 and 5'7. Klecker kicks it out. Farmer shoots from 3. His shot rims off. There to collect the rebound is Powell. Powell picked up by Darland. Gives for Janasek. Janasek bounce pass to Fisher King. King at the corner of the free throw line. Now a drive to the hoop. There trying to make a drive to the hoop is Nate Lyda, and a rejection by Andy Alvarez. Gavin Hayes checking in for Cascade. Andy Alvarez, who's been active defensively early on, takes a little breather. Powell inbounds to Mason King. Feeds it down low to his brother, working against Hayes. He can't make the shot. Good defense by Gavin Hayes. Farmer out of backcourt. Passes in the corner to Klecker. Guard-to-guard exchange. Swings it cross court. Walker now down on the corner to Farmer. Klecker starts a drive, kicks it out. Walker. 10 to go on the shot clock. Walker's going to penetrate. Goes hard to the hole. He lays it up and in. Challengers up by 10. 16-6 your score. 2:06 left to go in the first. Mason King with the basketball way out high on the right wing against Darland. And we have a whistle stopping play.
Offensive foul on Fisher King. He just shoved Hutton Walker.
So for Fisher, that'll be his second foul, 13th foul for the Braves. Holden returning for the Challengers. Darland will come out. Darland looking very good. You can see that potential. Little shades of what this player is going to be.
Absolutely, and the Challengers with a great start here. 16-6, 1:54 left to go in the first quarter, and now going to run another little set play here.
Walker with the ball, drives hard.
And he's going to get fouled.
Janasek there, and it's really interesting. You don't often see. You got Walker at 5'8", you got Janasek at about 5'7". And that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Klecker getting ready to inbound underneath the Challenger basket. 1:45 to go in the first. Holden takes the inbound. Hayes at the corner of the free throw line. Feeds inside to Farmer. Now Walker with it. Feeds corner for Holden. Holden starts a drive, but it looks like he dribbled it off his foot. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Braves basketball.
Jake's kind of having a rough start. He's about the only Challenger that's sort of struggling to start here.
1:30 left to go in the first. Banks trailing by 10. They've got the ball. Mason King bounce pass to Janasek. Janasek drives, picks up his dribble underneath, then he traveled with the ball.
Fourth turnover of the quarter for Banks. Challenger defense has been good so far.
1:20 to go in the first. 16-6 your score. Cascade Christian up on the Banks Braves. Farmer with the basketball. Feeds to Klecker. He iced the three. Nothing but net. 19-6 your score. Challengers lead by 13 with 1 minute left to go. Into the ball game for the Braves. Number 14, Chase Tabb, the only senior on the team. Give to Lyda. Lyda to Tabb. Tabb moves left. Feeds for Powell. Ryder Powell been relatively quiet so far in this game. Tabb starts to make a move, guarded by Hayes. Dumps it down low.
Derek.
And Derek reached in. Yeah.
Got his third foul.
You can't do anything. That was a good call there, and he just... Now it'll be 3 quick fouls for the Challenger senior.
And he's going to have to sit probably till the second half.
So Farmer will come out, Alvarez will come in, and this is where if you're the Challengers, you're grateful you've built this nice lead early in the game.
Well, you can't take chances when you got 2 fouls already here in the half.
Well, and it's not necessary. Alvarez grabs the ball away on the rebound.
Mason King short on the little jumper from about 10.
So struggles early for the Braves in their offense. Walker with the basketball. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. He'll kick it out. Hayes with it. Passes cross court to Holden. And the struggles continue for the Challenger sophomore, who's turned the ball over 4 times already. So Holden will come out. And Darland will return. 4.5 left to go in the quarter. Powell will shoot from 3-point range. His shot a little bit long. Climbing the golden rebound is Brady Klecker, and that will end the first quarter of play. After 1, it's the Challengers 19 and the Braves 6. We'll be back in 1 minute on the Ace Sports Radio.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for
30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning...
Back here at the Pirate Palace, opening the second quarter of play. And Mark, if you're a Challenger fan, you have to like what you saw in that first quarter.
Oh, you really do. Challengers shoot 8 for 12, 67%. Banks just 2 for 13. That's 15%. So a nice start by the Challengers, shooting the basketball and taking care of it. Only 4 turnovers. Not too bad in the quarter.
Darland with the basketball for Cascade. Hands to Holden. Holden feeds inside. Nice pass. And there, Klecker
throws a 800-mile-an-hour fastball across the lane, and there's no way you're going to catch that ball. And he just throws it. It ends up coming off of the hands of Alvarez, and that's unfortunate. It has to be a catchable ball when you're trying to do that.
19-6 your score. Janasek on the high right wing starts to make a move. Kicks it back out. Lida, and he traveled with the ball. In terms of looking at the scoring, it looks like it's pretty balanced for the Challengers.
Yeah, it really has been. Nobody's got a lot of points, but everybody's got some. And a good job of distributing the ball so far. Rebounds, the Challengers have 9. However, Banks does have 3 offensive rebounds. So it'd be one of those things where the Challengers need to clean up the boards a little bit as well.
Klecker from downtown. His shot a little bit off the back iron. Andy Alvarez tips it, and it comes out to Mason King. King out of backcourt. Powell with it, double team. Feeds Mason King. They go down low. And there, Tab starts to make a move, and a foul called against the Challengers.
A little late on the rotation that time, and Alvarez ends up paying for it by having to foul him.
For Alvarez, that'll be his first personal of the game. First team foul in the quarter for the Challengers. First free throw attempt by Tab is good to make it 19-7. Gavin Hayes will come in. Andy Alvarez will come out for a quick breather.
Just Alvarez's first foul so far.
Second free throw attempt on the way. That one a little bit long. Klecker climbs high, grabs the carom, and it'll be Gottsman out of backcourt. Gottsman with the ball, makes a move, picks up his dribble right at the top of the key. Holden with it now, starting to make a move on Janasek, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's an absolute horrible call. He's halfway jumping in front of him in the air. That's just terrible. No, that's terrible. That is terrible.
Well, they don't give us the vote on it, but I would say probably you're not alone on that island, Mark. But now with the foul, thankfully, if you're a Challenger fan, it's only 1 for Holden.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
2 team fouls for the Challengers. They lead in the game 19-7. Feed it inside. Janasek. He loses the defender, and he scores. 19-8 your score with 6:22 left to go in the first.
Challengers don't have a bucket yet here in the quarter. They need to find one.
Gottsman drives hard to the hole. There you go. Hudson Gottsman. 5 in the game for him. It's 21-9 with 6:05 left to go in the half. Powell out high, picked up his dribble, has to get it out for Janasek. Janasek, bounce pass, Mason King. Open look for Powell, and he buries it.
Can't leave him open. We know that.
21-12 your score with 5:46 left to go in the half. Challengers have the lead and the ball. Holden passes left for Gottsman. In the corner to Darland. Darland to Hayes, who makes a move to the hoop, falls to the floor. Little help up there from Janasek. And that will send Gavin to the free throw line. For Janasek, that'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. First team foul for the Braves. Hutton Walker gets set to check back in. First free throw attempt rims off for Hayes. It remains a 21-12 ball game. Darland will come out now as Walker comes in. Hayes will eye the second opportunity here. And he gets that one to go. Challengers lead by 10 at 22-12. Powell out of backcourt, picked up by Holden. Powell, little shake and bake, picks up his dribble. Now he finds a man all alone on the baseline. Left open, C.J. Geary knocks it down to draw the Braves within 8. Walker working against Geary.
Banks doing a good job of sort of regaining some momentum that the Challengers took away from them.
And Walker with a drive to the hoop. He with the hoop and the harm. And an opportunity for a three-point play. That foul called on Mason King. That will be his first. Walker didn't play a ton last night in that very tight game, but he's been a valuable weapon for the Challengers. He makes the free throw attempt, and I think I can say it now that he's done at the free throw line, but he has greatly improved on his free throw shooting since the beginning of the year.
He really has.
And working on extending his range as well. Janasek with the basketball, passes right side on the wing, and now it's broken up by the Challengers. Hudson Gottsman outruns the posse, and he scores. 27-14, Challengers lead with 4:38 left to go in the half. They'll feed it down low. Shooting his tab. His shot misses, and judging from the reaction, the foul will be called on Gavin Hayes.
Yeah, and Gavin just has to wall up right there, and he doesn't get that foul called on him, but instead he kind of puts his hands on him.
Yeah,
which you don't put your hands on the guy, and I mean he didn't really hit him that hard, but he put both hands on him. Anytime you put both hands on somebody, guess what? They're going to call it.
First free throw attempt by Chase Tabb is good. Tabb, 6'3", the lone senior on this Braves basketball squad. And as Banks moves up to 4A, I get the feeling we haven't seen the last of these guys.
No, I don't think we have.
Second free throw attempt, catches every part of the rim and falls. Checking back in the ball game will be Fisher King. Challenger lead is 9. Or actually, I should say 11 at 27-16. Walker working against Geary. Holden to Hayes. Up top to Gottsman. Cross court to Walker. Walker will fire from 3. His shot off target. There with the offensive rebound. Trying to put it back as Alvarez has stepped around. Hayes there. Now for Holden. Holden has it blocked. They continue to fight for the ball. It'll be Challenger ball. There was a crowd around that basket.
Man, the Challengers missed 3 shots in a row there.
Brady Klecker returning for Cascade. Coming out will be Gavin Hayes. 4:04 left to go in the half. Gottsman wide open 3. That one, nothing but air, but there's Klecker, and he puts it back. Brady Klecker.
He's got 5.
So, again, balanced scoring by the Challengers. 13-point lead with 3:48 left to go in the half. Geary for Mason King. King starts a drive against Alvarez. His shot kisses it off the window for 2.
He did a good job of using his body to kind of bump Alvarez off of him so he couldn't block the shot.
11-point game here with 3:29 to go in the frame. Walker on the drive, kicks it out. Holden fires from 3. His shot long, nothing but air, and there to grab the rebound is Mason King. Powell with the basketball, fires from the free throw line. In and out, no good. Running down the rebound is Mason King. They'll fire over to Fisher King, and looks like Walker ends up taking a shot in the face. And to add insult to injury, they're going to call him for the foul.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Now coming in for the challengers, Noah Darland. Jake Holden will come out. Mason King comes out of the ball game, and Tab returns. 11-point game, 29-18, 3:01 left to go in the half. Powell will get ready to take the inbound. Bounce pass, Tab. Tab just outside the paint. Alvarez there with the defense. Ball bounces loose, and Powell runs it down. Way up high. Now Geary with the ball. Going to make a move. Powell poked away by Darland. Good defensive work there to disrupt the flow. So now the Braves will inbound just to our right.
Front of the Challenger bench.
There with it is Janasek. Geary, a couple little guards of the game for the Braves. Powell, hounded by Darland. It's poked away, but there'll be a foul called against Noah Darland.
And that's going to be 5, and unfortunately they're going to go to the free throw line. You can't make that foul right there.
No.
And because you're putting him on the free throw line, Noah's got to know that. Just his first foul, but he needs to be smart and not let them get to the free throw line here when the team fouls are kind of racking up on the challengers here in the second quarter.
Yeah, be aware of the situation. First free throw attempt. He gets the roll. Powell does. Ryder Powell.
He's got 4 points in the game so far. You can tell he's one of their volume shooter scorer guys. He's taken 6 shots already in this game.
Powell eyes the second attempt. That one, nothing but net. Well, whatever free throw shooting problems they had yesterday, the Braves have shaken it off today. 29-20. 2:32 left to go in the half, and the Challengers been a little bit of a lull of late, and Coach Morse wants to talk it over. They're going to take a full timeout. That'll allow us to go to break, and we'll be back here on the Ace Sports Radio. Challengers lead 29-20.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Here at the Pirate Palace, Marshfield High School in Coos Bay, Oregon, the Cascade Christian Challengers come out of the timeout with 2:29 left to go in the second, leading in the ball game 29-20. Your lineup is Holden, Klecker, Gottsman, Alvarez, and Darland. It's Geary, Fisher King,
and
Ryder Powell, Tab.
And Banks has switched to a 2-3 zone.
Feed it down low, making a move to the hoop is Holden. Holden gets his own miss and tries for the shot, and we'll have a whistle and a foul. That'll go against, I believe, Fisher King,
which
and
will
the
be
Braves.
His third.
So that'll send Jake Holden to the free throw line. Jake with just 7 yesterday.
Now maybe they didn't call that on Fisher King. It looks like maybe they called that on Tab.
First free throw attempt, that's good. So for Jake, that'll be his first point of the ball game. Well, maybe this will get him started.
Yeah, hopefully.
Challengers leading scorer, averaging 16 points a game on the season. Second attempt, that one's good. So Challengers doing well from the stripe this afternoon. Janasek on the drive against Brady Klecker. Feeds it, it's stolen by Holden. Holden will take it out of backcourt. Braves get back on the transition defense. Gottsman with the ball between the circles now. Picked up by Geary. Little shake and bake on the dribble. He'll go to his left. Penetrates, kicks it out. Klecker from 3. He shot a little bit long. Darland with the offensive rebound. Gottsman on the drive to the hole. And we have a jump ball call. And I believe on this one the arrow points the Challengers' way.
Nope, it doesn't. It's the Braves.
31-20, your score. 1:43 left to go in the second. Fisher King will inbound. Janasek picked up at midcourt by Darland. Geary with the ball. Now for Tab. Tab starts a drive, kicks it out. Janasek. Janasek definitely that pass first kind of point guard. And meanwhile, we have a whistle and a foul called against the Challengers.
And again, they're shooting the ball. And that one's called on Jake Holden, his second.
So that'll send Powell to the free throw line. And again, one of those players for Banks that I think if you're a Challenger, you really don't want to see him at the free throw line.
No, you really don't.
First free throw attempt, nothing but net.
Well, and you're giving them free shots when you have the lead here. And
again, it's a way out away from the basket.
Exactly.
That was a floor foul.
Yes.
So you definitely don't want to do that. You just gave them 2 easy points. 31-22. I mean, they're doing okay right now, but you don't want to let this get away from you. Feed backdoor to Gottsman. He scores. Hudson Gottsman.
He's got 9.
He had 14 last night, and he also had a solid effort in the quarters against Creswell. This has been his tournament. Challengers lead 33-22. Inside a minute left to go. Tab with the basketball, guarded by Klecker. Tries to feed it inside. It's taken by Klecker. Klecker out of traffic, bounce pass to Gottsman. His shot a little bit short. Ball knocked around, and it will be Braves basketball.
Should have made that layup.
Yep.
One that he would normally make. I don't know why he didn't get it up above the rim, really, is what happened.
I think he rushed it.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a little bit out of control on the momentum. 46.4. Challengers lead by 11 at 33-22. Nate Lyda returns. And for me, again, Lyda, a guy I remember well from his football exploits. Powell out of backcourt. Geary now down on the corner to Tab. Tab, Lyda, and a whistle against the Braves.
Legal screen on Tab.
And for Chase, that'll be his second personal. That's 4 team fouls for the Braves with 32.4 left to go in the half. Gottsman with the basketball is going to walk it out of backcourt. Shot clock turned off. Darland getting instruction from the bench to come out high. Gottsman with the ball. Passes cross court to Darland. Guard to guard exchange. Gottsman trying to draw the screen from Alvarez. Gottsman, he's showing off good ball handling. And an offensive foul against the Challengers.
On Gottsman. That's the one thing the Challengers don't have, really. We've talked about this before, is a true point guard when Hutton Walker's not in the game.
Right. Yeah, he's the definition of it. But yeah, really, besides that, you have a lot of, and as we speak now, Hutton getting ready to return for Cascade. Because, definitely, I think Noah's a little bit more of a 2 than a 1.
Well, Noah can do it too, but in that case, they had Gottsman handling the ball.
Yeah.
And, that can be rough sometimes. Let's see if they can close the quarter well.
3 seconds left. Powell will fire. His shot short, and that will end the first half of play. Cascade Christian leads by 11 at the intermission break. It is the Challengers 33 and the Braves 22. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with your halftime report here on the Ace Sports Radio.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Here at the half, and they always manage to find a way to
entertain the crowd.
Yes. Yes, they have a couple of players out here on the floor that man and woman that have played in the professional ranks, and they got a little game of one-on-one going over here.
And she's got a pair of slippers on, it looks like. So I don't know how that's going to work. But, hey, she's going to bump him around and score.
Yeah, well, she did a little bit of, good work there in the low post.
Well, are we ready for some stats here?
Yeah, you're ready.
First half, the Challengers shoot 50% from the field. You got to love that, 13 for 26. 22% from three, just 2 for 9, though, from the three-point line. Meanwhile, Banks, 6 for 19 from the field. That's 32%, and 1 for 5 from 3. So nice job by the Challengers in the shooting department so far for the game. A really nice job there. Free throws, Banks 9 for 11, the Challengers 5 for 6. So far, both teams doing better, as you mentioned, from the free throw line in this one. Turnovers, Banks with 10, the Challengers with 8, so not a lot of difference there. Rebounds, the one thing that we see, offensive rebounds for Challengers with 7, Banks with 5, and so the rebounding is very even as well. Biggest deal, second chance points, the Challengers with 11, Banks with 0. So a nice job by the Challengers of getting some offensive rebounds and getting those second chance points. The Challengers also with 27 points in the paint. So a nice job by them, working the ball inside and finishing at the rim. So a good job all the way around by both teams, really. Evenly matched on the boards and also shooting free throws much better tonight than both of them did last night. For scoring, first for the Banks Bruins, Janicek has 2, Ryder Powell with 7, C.J. Geary with 2, Mason King has 4, Chase Tabb with 3, and Fisher King with 4. So just like the Challengers, you talked about spreading out, different guys scoring, very much spread out for Banks as well. For Cascade Christian, Hutton Walker has 5 off the bench. Hudson Gottsman leading the way with 9. Brady Klecker has 5. Andy Alvarez has 4. Gavin Hayes has 1 off the bench. Derek Farmer with 5. Noah Darlin with a bucket. And Jake Holden with 2. So very balanced, spread out scoring as well for the Challengers. Like I mentioned, turnovers 10-8. Banks has 10. The Challengers have 8. Challengers would still like to be a little less in that category, and I'm sure so would Banks. And offensive rebounds, Challengers lead 7-5. So pretty good showing for the Challengers to get this 11-point lead here at halftime. They just need to keep the gas on. Not let Banks think they can get back in this game. The third quarter will be very important to take care of business, keep the lead, and not let Banks try to get back in the game.
Well, I thought in terms of moments from the first half, all 5 of those points from Derek came right at the outset of the game. To me, it's like that senior leadership comes through, and it's like he's setting a tone to get the Challengers going. And really, they haven't looked back. I mean, basketball is a game of runs, but I can't really think of any sustained run by the Braves throughout the ball game.
Well, they did outscore the Challengers in the second quarter. They outscored them 16 to 14 in the second quarter to get back a few points there. They were up 13. The Challengers were at the end of the first. So Banks got back a couple of points before half, but generally speaking, you're right. It's been a real back-and-forth game, and the Challengers with that initial run is really what the difference is so far.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and when we return, we will get you ready for the start of the second half. The Challengers lead the Braves by 11. It's 33-22, playing for third and fifth place at the Oregon 3A Boys Basketball Tournament. We'll be back with more after this 2-minute break.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business, going exploring, or starting a new chapter? Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there. On Point. People are the point.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, Safety's the name of our game. Toyota All-Wheel Drive Sedans. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back here at Marshfield, a couple of minutes away from the beginning of the second half. Mark and I think, single-handedly keeping the pharmacies of the Oregon coast in business. There's been a lot of illness going around, and so taking in the cough drops, the tea, the you name it, the throat lozenges and so forth.
Yeah.
They're all, well, it's funny how it's spread. The entire Challenger program has been sick at one time or another, and so you go to the breaks. It's like you try to work that as quickly as you can to get ready and make sure that you avoid the throat tickles going into the second half. But this has been, I'll tell you what, I think a good bounce back game for both teams. Of course, I'm sure the Braves would like to up their field goal percentage and get back into this ball game, but both teams, this has definitely not been a defensive grind. That this has been a game where, especially if you're the challengers, you're doing a lot of the things that you want to do, and they'll play that downhill basketball. And of course, as they drive and penetrate and attack the rim, that will leave openings for the three-point shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully here in the second half they can continue with a nice start to the third quarter. We talked about it a little bit at halftime. When you're playing a team like Banks that's young, you don't want to let them think they can get back in this basketball game. So how you start the third quarter, very important. Put your foot down, play awesome defense, get some buckets early, extend this lead, and not let Banks think they're going to get back into the basketball game.
Well, I think what's going to be important now, we know that Farmer will be back in the lineup to start the second half. He sits at 3 fouls now. He's just going to have to make sure that he plays smart and plays well, because he will be an important player for the Challengers down the stretch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're getting ready to, both teams coming out of their huddles.
Yeah, we got Janicek along with Mason King, Fisher King, Ryder Powell, and Nate Lyda. And then for the Challengers, Jake Holden, Hudson Gottsman, Brady Klecker, Andy Alvarez, and Derek Farmer. Challengers open the second half with the ball. Holden talking a little bit with the Challengers student section. See Bryson Walker over there along with Gavin Grabowski, Landon Gottsman, and Caleb Parker. Gottsman, bounce pass, Klecker, Farmer, inside for Andy Alvarez. Left-handed hook is short. Battle for the ball. We'll have a tie-up. And it will be Braves basketball.
Challengers like to run that play to start the quarter. And they get the ball where they want it, down to Alvarez, but he just can't finish.
33-22, skip pass, and almost went out of bounds, but Lyda saved it. And now knocking it down from 15. That's Mason King to draw the Braves within 9. It's 33-24. Just 30 seconds into the third quarter of play. Alvarez with the screen to Farmer. Farmer, Holden. Now Alvarez drives hard to the hole, but he traveled.
He got bumped there too, and don't call the bump, but they call the travel. A lot of times the bump causes the travel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that will have a way of doing that. So it's a 9-point game with 7:17 left to go in the third.
The Challengers come out with a missed shot and a turnover. Got to pick it up here if you're Cascade Christian again. Play some good D.
Ryder Powell down low to Janicek. Janicek along the baseline. Now to Fisher King. King being guarded by Holden. His shot long off the glass. Put back attempt no good, and it's blocked by Alvarez. Ball's loose, and here is Jake Holden. Challenger bench looking for something there. I missed it, but you can definitely tell Coach Morse and company a little excited about something there. Farmer to Klecker. Now to Gottsman. Gottsman drives hard, kicks it out. Klecker. Holden with it now. Holden goes hard to the hole. His shot misses as his struggles continue. 6:23, and I can tell you that the Braves have played intense defensively. Shot by Powell, no good. Put back attempt, no good. We'll have a foul, and this will go against Holden.
His third.
6:15 to go in the third. And definitely it's gotten very physical here in the third quarter. At the free throw line is King. First free throw attempt is good. It's an 8-point game at 33-25.
Yeah, and the Challenger's going to have to pick it up here. As you can see, the Banks Braves getting a little bit of momentum here to start the third quarter.
Fisher King on the second. That one rolls around and down. It's a 7-point game, and we got Tab checking into the game. Farmer working out of the backcourt. Passes to Holden. Gottsman, Klecker, Over on the right wing to Farmer. Farmer will pull up and shoot a three. He knocks it down.
That'll help.
Farmer with 8 in the ball game, his first triple. Team leader in three-point percentage among those who qualify. Meanwhile, quick move to the hoop. Shot no good by Mason King. Alvarez grabs the rebound. Klecker brings it out of backcourt. 10-point game with 5:39 to go in the third. Farmer, heat check. It's good. Farmer now with 11. 2 triples in a row. Janasek going the other way to Lyda. Lyda over on the right wing. Behind the arc, guarded by Holden. Now for Tab. Lyda making a move on Holden. His little jumper, in and out, no good. Ball bounces around. And Farmer hustles for it quickly up the floor to Gottsman. He lays it up and in. Challengers on the run to answer the Braves. They're up by 15. It's 41-26.
And Banks needs a timeout. Nice job by the Challengers responding to the initial flow that Banks had trying to get back in this one.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back on the Ace Sports Radio.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now, Mark McLemore. I think Derek Farmer's just kind of an athlete. Anything he wants to do, he does.
Well, he sure has been a big boost here for the Challengers in the third quarter, coming in and making those 2 threes. A little 8-4 run for the Challengers here to start it has been great.
Janasek with the basketball, tries to penetrate, has defense on him. Fisher King with the spin move to the hoop. That's a good move, and he scores.
Yeah, nice move by King.
41-28, Challengers with a 13-point advantage. We're almost halfway through the third quarter of play. Gottsman out of backcourt, picked up by Janasek. Holden on the drive. His shot a little bit long and no foul call.
Unbelievable.
Now going the other way, Mason King.
Well, the Challenger bench just got a warning because, again, Jake Holden drives down the lane and there's no call. He's clearly shoved off. And the Challenger bench, they're just it's a foul. Everyone in the stadium can see it except for apparently the people in stripes, because he's clearly shoved clear out of the lane as he's trying to shoot the ball, and so
they give him the warning there, and now Powell with it, he knocks it down. It's an 11-point game at 41-30. Well, all he can do now is just move on. Holden in the corner to Farmer. Farmer guarded by Tab. 4 minutes to go in the third. Farmer pulls up and shoots. His shot a little bit long, and there to grab the rebound is Fisher King. So it's a game of runs. The Challengers were on a run, and now the Braves try to get one of their own going. 41-30 from downtown. Chase Tab makes it an 8-point game.
Well, and you knew the Braves were going to make one, and here they come back again. Now can the Challengers respond?
Gottsman with the basketball. Has a little trouble with it for a second. Holden with it now. Holden. The Farmer in the corner on the right side. Now to Klecker. Klecker cross court to Gottsman. Gottsman looking for Alvarez down low.
Terrible pass.
Yeah, that pass was just way off target. It was like, couldn't make up his mind whether it was going to be a bounce pass, Or it was going to be a chest pass, and it was kind of halfway in between and ends up at the feet of Alvarez.
Well, and that's been one of the problems this year with the Challengers is they've really struggled. You can see that Alvarez is getting open on the block, but they have trouble getting him the ball down there.
They're going to try to loop a pass in to Fisher King. They have a little trouble of their own, do the Braves. Janasek throws the high arching pass, but it's beyond the reach of King, and it goes out of bounds to the Challengers. Hutton Walker into the ball game for Cascade. Looks like he's in for Gottsman. Hayes is in for Alvarez. Farmer gets the screen and trying to feed Hayes, and once again on the entry passes, the Challengers just having trouble there. Foul called against the Challengers. That'll go against Hayes. That'll be his second. That's 2 team fouls on the Challengers. 2:52 left to go in the third. Powell with the basketball, guarded by Farmer. Fisher King behind the arc, guarded by Holden. Meanwhile, pushes off on Holden, gets away with it. Challengers come away with the rebound on the miss. Walker goes hard to the hole, and it's swatted away by Powell. Quickly going the other way, Janasek fires the three. It's long off the glass. Farmer with the rebound. 8-point game, 2:21 left to go in the third. It's 41-33. Farmer's going to slow it down. Farmer way out high, up top, and the Challengers call a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros, and there's one just about on every corner. Enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there is no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. So the Challengers fought off an early run in the third against Banks and then went on a run of their own. Now it's working back the other way for the Braves, and it seems like of late it's that dreaded turnover trouble for the Challengers.
It has been. They've had a couple turnovers where they haven't gotten any shots, and so let's see if they can get one here.
Farmer with the inbound,
and Banks in a 2-3 zone.
Beat it to Farmer. Farmer shakes the defender. Now to Klecker in the corner. He fires from three. His shot off target, gets his own rebound, finds Holden. And Holden makes a move to the hoop, and he's fouled. Looks like that one's going to go against, I believe, Fisher King. And it is.
That's his fourth. Well, I take it back. It's only his third. That's right. Earlier we thought that they were going to give him one and that they gave it to Tab.
Yeah. First free throw attempt by Holden is good. Challengers now back up by 9 with 1:56 to go in the third. Alvarez and Darlin getting ready to check back in. Hayes will come out.
And it looks like Darlin's going to go for Jake.
Holden. What's he got? 3 in the game now?
Yep.
And he misses the second. Ball's tipped around. And Powell's there for the Braves. It's a 9-point game with 1:49 left to go in the third. Walker guarding Janasek. Bounce pass intended for Powell. Broken up by Farmer. They say it was last touched by the Braves. It'll be Challenger basketball. Holden will come out. And Darland will come in. Taking the inbound will be Farmer. Picked up in the backcourt by Tab. Farmer, bounce pass, Walker, now to Klecker. Darlin with the basketball, cross court to Farmer. Farmer gets a screen from Alvarez. Over in the left corner for Walker. Walker drives hard to the hole. He lays it up and in.
Nice drive by Walker.
Challengers lead by 11. Going the other way, it's King. And we have a foul called against the Challengers.
And guess who? On Farmer, number 4.
So it's a 9-point game, and King will go to the free throw line with an opportunity to draw The Braves within 8. So Holden comes in, Darlin comes out, Farmer has to come out.
And Farmer's just got to get out of the way there and just let him have the layup, as far as I'm concerned. And you're more important to be on the floor.
Yes. 44-36. It's an 8-point game. 1:10 left to go in the third. The Braves hanging with the challengers. Walker out of backcourt, guarded by Janasek. He'll pick up his dribble, corner of the free throw line, in the corner for Darlin. Passes in the low post to Alvarez. Kicks it out for Holden. Holden starts to make a move. Keeps his dribble. And we have a tie-up. And it'll be Challenger basketball.
Jake just struggling to make good decisions today. It's going to be a learning one for him, I think.
Oh, yes. He's sophomore. He's got plenty of basketball ahead of him.
And I think he's going to see this Banks team a few times.
Yes. Meanwhile, taking the inbound, Alvarez has it taken away. Meanwhile, Powell on the break. Fadeaway jumper. It's short. Rebound by Klecker. Klecker out of backcourt to Holden. Holden goes to the hole, misses the shot. There's Walker, and we have a foul on the play. Foul will go against Tab. For Chase Tab, that is his third personal foul, and that'll send Jake Holden, who's 3 out of 4, to the free throw line.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. You're certainly right about the fact that this has been a super physical basketball game. Both teams.
First free throw attempt is good. Challenger lead, back to 9. Hudson Gottsman returns to the game. Klecker will come out. Tab comes out. And Fisher King returns for the Braves. Well, both these teams want this game really bad, which is what you like to see. Second attempt, that one's good. Challengers continue to shine from the stripe tonight.
Much better than last night, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Challengers up by 10, 46-36. 23 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lyda in the ball game, guarded by Gottsman. Now to Janasek, guarded by Walker. Janasek stops at the free throw line, gives to Powell. His Euro step.
Nice.
That is an incredible move. 46-38, 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Gottsman loses control, and now going to the hoop. He misses the free throw. Misses the layup attempt, I should say, and that'll end the third quarter of play. Challengers leading the ball game 46-38. We'll be back with the fourth right after this.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business? Going exploring? Or starting a new chapter? Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there. On Point. People are the point.
Well, one of the things I like to see is the vocal leadership on the part of Farmer in that huddle. He'll come out on the floor with 4 fouls to start the fourth quarter. He's in there along with Holden, Alvarez, Gottsman, and Klecker.
See how long he can stay in here is going to be the key. One of the keys for the Challengers here in the fourth quarter.
Lyda with the basketball way out high as Banks has possession.
And the Challengers go to the 1-3-1.
Mason King, Fisher King down low, guarded by Gottsman. Janasek passes Lyda on the right wing, guarded by Holden. Around to the left side, Powell. And then Lyda lets it fly from 3, misses the shot. Offensive rebound on the long rebound. But no matter, Powell had the basketball for a moment, loses the handle on it, and it'll be Cascade basketball.
Challengers catch a break there as Banks should have had an opportunity there for a second chance, some second chance points.
Farmer out of backcourt. 7:19 to go. Picks up his dribble, hands to Gottsman. Bounce pass, Alvarez over for Gottsman. Gottsman, Klecker iced the 3. It's good.
Ran a set play out of the halftime timeout and get an open look for Klecker from 3, and he knocks it down.
Brady Klecker having a good game today. Going the other way. Powell with it. He knocks down the long 2. 49-38 your score. Timeout called. We will do the same, and we'll be back with more here on the Ace Sports Radio.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
6:51 left to go in the ball game. Cascade Christian leading by 9, 49-40, and they've got the ball.
And looks like Banks is going to full court press.
Well, right now you know that you got a deficit to make up, and time, well, let's put it this way, less in your favor as we move along. Farmer with the basketball, screen from Klecker. Klecker gets another open look, and he knocks it down.
They run another play out of the timeout. Nice job getting Klecker another open look, and he knocks down another 3.
Challenger staff is expert at that. A master class. Always call great plays out of the timeout. Fisher King with the ball. Makes a drive. Can't get it to go. Ball's tipped around. And Fisher King tries to put back and will have a foul on the play.
That's number 4 on Jake Holden. So the Challengers getting a lot of fouls, picking up a lot of fouls here. Both Holden and Derek Farmer now with 4.
Challengers lead by 12 at 52-40. 6:14 to go. First free throw attempt by Fisher King is good.
He's 4 for 4 from the line tonight to go along with 5 buckets, so he's got 14 in this one.
Holden going to come out for a breather, and Gavin Hayes returns for the Challengers. Second attempt, that one in and out. Alvarez with the rebound. It's an 11-point game, 52-41 with 6:10 left to go. Gottsman out of backcourt, picked up by Janasek. Gottsman, lefty pass, and
we talked about it before.
Well, Gottsman's a right-hander. To me, I think it's just
you just
do
jump
the more
stop
basic
and
things.
Jump stop and throw a chest pass, and he just doesn't do it.
Reminds me of what a pastor once said: "Do what you know, and you'll know what to do."
Yes.
And got maybe just a little fancy there, but Gottsman's had a good game. We'll give him credit for that.
Challengers just got to take care of the ball now.
Meanwhile, maybe not the best shot decision by Fisher King. He tries a heat check and maybe not quite so hot, and Challengers come away with the rebound. 5:37 left to go.
Now, if you're the Challengers, you just want to use some of the shot clock.
Klecker from 3.
Buries it again.
He's unconscious. 55-41. Brady Klecker. Well, I tell you what, the final game of your high school career, what a way to go out. What is it Brady's got now in the game? Got 4 threes.
Yep. 4 threes and 2 twos. So a nice job by Klecker here in this one. He's got 16 points.
Well, it looks like the Challengers are shooting, still continuing to shoot from a high percentage.
They are. They're 20 for 39, 51% for the game. And when you're knocking down a few threes here in the fourth quarter and extending the lead, this is really good for the Challengers with 5:25 to go, up 14 now.
Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. What a ride it has been, and what a game this has been, especially if you happen to be a Challenger fan. Gavin Hayes in the game, along with Andy Alvarez, Derek Farmer, Brady Klecker, and Hudson Gottsman. Fisher King in for the Braves, along with Tab, Janasek, Ryder Powell, and Mason King. Powell bounced past to King. He's at the top of the key between the circles. Janasek kicks it out. Tab, guarded by Klecker, moves to his right. Shakes a defender, will shoot, and he knocks it down. Nice looking 15-footer from Tab. 55-43. Holden, backcourt pressure. Farmer being picked up by Tab. Farmer, he's got that quickness. Gives for Alvarez. Alvarez making a move inside, has it stripped away, but there is Hayes with it now. Makes a move, and good defense there by the Braves. You can see Coach Morris just urging his charges to settle down.
Gavin doing a good job trying to get the shot up, and unfortunately it gets partially blocked. And you know how you can get frustrated sometimes when a shot gets blocked.
Well, there's a lot of length in there.
And he just continued on and with that frustration a little bit and fouled.
Meanwhile, Fisher King has it rejected by Hayes.
And he's going to pick up another foul. So that's 4 on Hayes now as well.
3 team fouls for the Challengers. None yet in the fourth for the Braves. Holden getting ready to check back into the ball game. At the free throw line will be Fisher King. Don't know what happened to the Braves last night, but their free throw shooting, like the Challengers, much better today than yesterday, although King misses on the first. Hayes will come out. Holden will come in. 4:31 left to go. The Challengers up by 12. Free throw attempt, in and out. Alvarez secures the carom. And it will be Farmer out of backcourt. Farmer guarded by Tab. Farmer has an opening. Skip pass is broken up there. Mason King does a good job to get his hand on it, and it is taken away. Powell with it. He drives, and he lays it up and in. 55-45, and a foul called on Farmer.
So he's done.
So Derek Farmer.
Which that was not a foul. He didn't even touch her. He didn't even touch the player. He moved out of the way on purpose to not get a call. And
now, Coach Morris having a discussion with the official, and that will send Ryder Powell to the free throw line.
That's a ridiculous call. He moved out of the way on purpose not to touch him, and she calls a foul. I don't see that. That's terrible. I don't know what else to say. There's been some real mystery calls in this one, and that's one of them right there.
So it's a 10-point game with 4:11 left to go. Hutton Walker returns to the ball game. So he'll come in for Farmer. Farmer on the day with 11 points. And again, those threes in the third quarter and those 5 points at the beginning of the game, huge for the Challengers. Powell, free throw attempt is short. Did we dare say a ball don't lie?
Well, it's just rough.
Yeah.
Just a rough call.
Yeah.
And you hate to see you foul a guy out on something like that when there's no contact at all. I mean, that should be reviewed, in my opinion, because it's just not good.
Walker with it and has it taken away. There's Janasek on the drive, misses the shot, ball's loose. And I tell you what, it's crazy here. You got guys running everywhere. It's become football all of a sudden.
And well, it's very, very physical. We talked about it from the beginning, and the referees have let it get out of hand. And now it is out of hand. And when you're the team that's behind, you're always going to be more aggressive. And yet what's interesting here is so far in the quarter, Banks has 0 fouls.
Yeah.
How do they have 0 fouls in the quarter?
I couldn't tell you. Gottsman with the basketball out of backcourt. And Coach Morse going to call the timeout. It looks like that'll be a full. We'll do the same. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Don't let chaos take over your office. Put Pacific Office Automation on your team for the best in printing services, mailroom management, phone and IT systems, and more. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Toyota has 25 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
3:37 left to go. The Challengers lead by 10. Coming out on the floor for the Braves, it's Powell along with Janasek, Fisher King, Mason King, and Chase Tabb. Challengers with Walker, Klecker, Holden, and Alvarez. Derek Farmer has fouled out of the game with 11 points. Bounce pass, Klecker. Now to Walker. Skip pass over to Klecker. His shot, a little bit short. Ball tipped around. And coming away with it is Mason King. Out of backcourt, Janasek, Powell. 3:14 to go in the game. Mason King. His hook shot, no good. Rebound by Holden. Holden in traffic. And it'll be Challenger basketball.
And again, not a foul called.
Yeah, and he's got guys right on him. I can't tell me there's not
his arms
contact
off.
with him. Yeah.
Chopping his arms off. And again, no fouls in the quarter so far for Banks.
Klecker. Gottsman. Gottsman fouled. It looks like that'll go against Tabb. And if it's against Chase Tabb, which it is, that'll be his fourth of the game. First team foul, so that's the thing. The Braves have fouls to give.
Yes, they do.
3:04 left to go. Still a 10-point game. Bounce pass to Holden. Corner of the free throw line. Drives, and he gets manhandled by Fisher King, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Well, there's a no-doubter there. And that'll send Jake Holden to the charity stop.
And that's Fisher King's fourth foul as well.
Holden hasn't scored a field goal today, but he has been busy from the free throw line. First free throw attempt gets the roll. It's an 11-point game at 56-45.
Yeah, he's 6 for 7 so far from the free throw line.
And he'll have another one. 2:59 left to go in the contest. Second attempt, rims off. Alvarez tries to tip it around. And there, shielding him away from the ball, is Mason King. Noah Darlin getting ready to check in. And Hutton Walker will come out. 56-45, 2:58 left to go in the ball game. Janasek out of backcourt, guarded by Gottsman. Bounce pass, Powell will shoot from 15, a shot in and out, no good. Ball tapped back, Powell manages to save it. Now to Janasek. Janasek drives, guarded by Klecker, kicks it out. Mason King goes, and he knocks it down. 56-47. 2:29 left to go in the ball game. Klecker with the basketball.
Now, the Challenger's got to be smart here and take care of the ball, burn some clock.
Gottsman Darland. Up top to Holden. Holden gets a screen from Alvarez. He'll go hard to the hole, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. It's out loose. And there's Klecker. Klecker in the corner to Alvarez. Alvarez trying to make a move, and we have a foul on King, and he's done for the day.
That'll finish his day.
Andy Alvarez on the baseline drive.
And you can tell what Fisher King's been doing the whole game because you can hear the applause from the Cascade Christian fans across the way when he fouled out.
That's a foul on the floor, so that's 3 team fouls now. Still 2 more to give for the Braves. Taking the inbound is Brady Klecker with 2 minutes left to go. Klecker feeds Holden down in the corner. Back up top to Gottsman. Gottsman. And then they'll go ahead and give it to Alvarez down the corner for Holden. Can't get the layup to go, but there's a foul on the play. I think some of the Braves fans were looking for an over and back violation, but there was contact on the ball.
The ball was tipped, so you're not going to get that.
No.
And that's what the coach is looking at. And he's been yelling at the refs the entire game. And I don't know if he's got a bench warning like the Challengers have, but he should have.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that discussion continuing to go on over there. Holden at the free throw line. Team up by 9. First free throw attempt, nothing but net. Holden gives the Challengers a 10-point advantage. 57-47, 1:44 left to go in the ball game. Second attempt on its way. In and out. Alvarez, offensive rebound. Alvarez takes it out of traffic. Now for Holden.
And now if you're the Challengers, you can burn another 35 seconds off the clock here.
Holden, and you can tell King is trying to foul him to try to do something. There's a foul to give still. Klecker with it. Holden continuing to drive, working hard to the hole, and then we have a foul in traffic. Man down for the Braves. That is Ryder Powell.
Foul's on Nate Lyda.
For Lyda, that'll be his second personal of the game, and now the Braves in the penalty.
And Jake Holden back to the free throw line.
First free throw attempt gets the roll. Challenger lead is now 11. He'll have one more. 1:17 left to go. And he's 2 for 2. 59-47.
Make him use some clock here before they get a shot up.
Give it. Powell shoots from 3. In and out. Ball's loose on the floor. Tracking it down is Janasek. Janasek tries a baseline shot, and it rolls off. There with the rebound is Alvarez. Alvarez, Klecker. Klecker working against Janasek. You get over for Gottsman. Gottsman with it. Powell with the foul. And that will send Huddy Gottsman to the free throw line. Gottsman, he's got 9 in the game.
Powell's second personal foul.
47.2 to go. First free throw attempt. Gottsman's in double figures.
Rattle, rattle, rattle. Drops in.
And now it looks like Coach Marlia going to go ahead and go to his bench. Empty it out. Klecker's going to come out, gets a big hug from Coach Morris. It's his final high school basketball game. Gottsman has one more free throw attempt. Second attempt, rolls off. Darland with the offensive rebound. 31 seconds. Well, actually, 41 on the game clock. 29 seconds on the shot clock.
And I think Coach Morris is just going to empty his bench here.
All right.
As the challengers are going to get this one done. And it's going to feel good, at least after last night, to get a win here to end the season.
And in the fashion that they did it, playing a very fine game today, solid in almost all phases of it. Table Rock Sports and EA Sports Radio says thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon, helping us highlight our teams and student athletes. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. So Channing Driscoll in the ball game, along with Wyatt Scott, Jacob Beamish, and Mikey Covey. 39 seconds left to go. Scott starts to make a move for Driscoll. Driscoll to Covey. Covey on the right wing, up top for Scott. Scott passes left side to Walker. Walker shakes a defender, gives to Beamish. He lays it up and in. Jake Beamish, and now a steal by Driscoll. He scores. 6 seconds left to go. It's 64-47. And there, a buzzer heave almost made there. And the Cascade Christian Challengers end up taking third place at the Oregon 3A Boys Basketball Tournament. Your final score: the Challengers 64, the Braves 47. We'll take a timeout and then we'll be back with the post-game wrap here on the Ace Sports Radio.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Back here at the Pirate Palace, the trophies being handed out to the third place Challengers and the fifth place Braves. Player of the game for Banks is Ryder Powell with his afternoon. And then for the Challengers, the player of the game, as he closes out his senior career, yes, in fine fashion, Brady Klecker. And then talking about another senior, to me, what kind of told me what would be the story of the game, Derek Farmer comes out with 5 quick points to give the Challengers a 5-point lead, and it would just only go from there as the Challengers led wire to wire on what ended up being a 17-point victory. I can remember in the third quarter, Banks started to go on a run. They got within 7, and a pair of big threes by Farmer ended up putting the Challengers back on track.
By Klecker, I think you mean there.
No, Farmer in the third.
Oh, Farmer in the third, but
yeah.
Oh, it was Klecker in the fourth.
Klecker,
kind of made him pulled away.
Way off.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So really, Klecker helping to continue the separation that Farmer started in the third. Yes, absolutely. Both those guys, 3 for 4 for Farmer from the 3-point line, and 4 for 8 from Klecker from the 3-point line. 7 for 16 for the Challengers tonight from the 3-point line. That's 44%. That's better than they've shot all season from the 3. And those two guys doing all of the damage. All 7 threes were from the 2 of them. And a nice job also just shooting in general. The Challengers finished 22 for 44. That's 50%. And 9 for 18 in the second half. So, it was 50% in the first half. It was 50% in the second half. Very consistent by the Challengers shooting the basketball today. And again, they end 22 for 44. 50%. Meanwhile, Banks, 16 for 48, just 33%, and they were just 2 for 11 from 3. That's 18%. Free throws tonight, both teams much better. Banks, 13 for 19. That's 68%. The Challengers, 13 for 18. That's 72%. Turnovers, the Challengers with 16, Banks with 14. Rebounds, Challengers with 34 to only 29 for Banks. And however, Banks in the second half took over the offensive rebound lead, 14 to 11. So they did a good job of being more physical and being scrappy in that second half. Did Banks trying to get back in this one, but the Challengers able to, with that shooting percentage and especially making those threes in the second half, really were able to pull away in the second half. So a nice job by the Challengers of finish off the season the way you want to finish it off, with a win. Not many teams get to do that. They did it last year with a 4th place finish. They do it this year with a 3rd place finish. Scoring first for Banks. Janicek had 2, Powell with 5, Geary had 2, Mason King with 8, Chase Tabb had 8, and Fisher King with 14. So Powell and Fisher King doing most of the damage for them. For the Challengers, Hutton Walker had 7, Hudson Gottsman with 10, Brady Klecker with 16 points to lead the way, Andy Alvarez had 4, 1 for Gavin Hayes, Derek Farmer with 11, Noah Darlin with 2, and Jake Holden with 9. He was 9 for 12 from the free throw line, was Jake Holden. Jacob Beamish and Channing Driscoll also with a bucket for 2 each, and that was the scoring for both teams. And what a great way to end a great season for the Challengers.
Yes, indeed, and what a way to finish the careers at the high school level of Derek Farmer and Brady Klecker, both of them. Klecker with his 16, Derek with his key baskets in the first and third quarters. You add all that up, they have a career they've had a chance to be part of championship teams, and then, of course, they've had this opportunity here to play once again at state and bring home a trophy and finish off their high school career with a victory. And, of course, for Farmer, he'll run track in the spring. It'll be fun to watch him doing the sprints. And then Klecker, I believe, will probably end up playing golf or something like that. And they'll finish out the school year well. But, again, a fine season for the Challengers as they wrap up their season at 25-4. Meanwhile, Banks ends up at 18-11. But as we saw today, this team is going to be present and accounted for as both squads end up moving up to the 4A level. Well, that'll wrap up today's broadcast. Our executive producer and in-studio engineer, Joe Brett. For Mark McLemore, I'm Jim McCoy. Thanks for following along. You're listening to the Ace Sports Radio.